Hello, everyone. Trish McCabe here. It's been a while since I've been on, and to be honest, it's been overwhelming. So I've been trying to just get grounded and start talking about the things that have really been on my mind lately. So the first one for today and for this video is the issue of happiness. I see a lot of people that will leave memes saying things like, here's what you have to do to be happy. And actually, happiness is internal. It's an inside job because only you can only you can determine what makes you happy by your own personal preferences. Of course, we can take people's suggestions, but ultimately, what works for them might not work for us. So I think that's a really important distinction on this issue, on this topic. The other one is the attachment to happiness and the judgments around not being happy or not displaying happiness, behavioral, not behaving in a happy manner. And I think people, again, well-intended people will, let me give you an example. Okay, so we'll go back to I'll use the job because that's where a lot of people spend a lot of their time. Let's say you go to a job and you're not being treated well. That's going to affect your level of happiness. Then you're going to come home and you're going to want to talk about it. And people will say, well, you just have to have a good attitude or you're just letting it bother you. And that's gaslighting. That makes the person feel bad for the way they feel when how they're feeling is a normal response to an environment where they're not being treated well. So that makes them internalize it and think there's something wrong with them for having their feelings. So, the most happiest a person can be is to be fully self-expressed and to talk about how they're actually really feeling. And I just think there's a lot of judgment around not being happy. And I think that's kind of a misnomer again. It's not quite accurate. I think the happiest a person can be is to be fully self-expressed and to talk about the things that are going on in their life and how it's making them feel and whether it's facilitating happiness or not. If we come home and we try to talk about how we're feeling and we're told that we just don't have a good attitude, we will stuff it. Then judge ourselves, thus go to the job and continue to let the things that are affecting us in a bad way, making us feel bad. We won't be addressing that. We'll just make it our fault. And thus the problem just continues. When we allow people to express how they're feeling and how their environment is affecting them, they can discern what it is that's making them feel that way and make very important changes. So today I just wanted to address that because happiness can't really be had unless we're allowed to be our true selves and honor what makes us happy and what doesn't make us happy, regardless of what someone else thinks about it. Ultimately, we have to make the decisions in our life that help facilitate happiness. So I would love to hear what anybody else has to say on this topic, but I just felt it was really important to bring it up because I think people are being forced to internalize their environment instead of addressing it and making really important changes in their lives that will make them happy. So anyways, thank you so much for listening. Until next time.